Hey everybody, this is Tyler Danzel, 7th grade digital studies teacher at Derby Middle School and graduate student at Fort Hays State University. Today we are going to discuss the proper use of school-issued credit and purchasing cards. School credit cards should only be used for school-related expenses, such as classroom materials and possibly travel-related expenses. Cards should never be used for personal expenses, cash advances, and unapproved items that require prior approval from the school district's central office. You may even want to be careful when purchasing items that are intended as gifts or rewards at school, as these could be mistaken for personal items. In the Derby Public Schools, the board limits and restricts the use of cards and monitors receipts on a monthly basis. There are also dollar amount limits to purchases, as monthly purchases should never exceed $2,500 without superintendent approval. According to authors Mutter and Parker, there are 3 types of cards that schools could use: a credit card issued to a specific department, such as food services; a credit card issued to a specific school employee, where written authority should be granted by a district administrator; and a vendor-specific card, such as Lowe's, Staples, or Walmart. These types of cards prevent the threat of unauthorized cash advances. Mutter and Parker suggest limiting card usage to the following types of staff members: those who regularly purchase items for school use, such as coaches or office staff; full-time employees rather than part-time employees or substitute teachers; employees who have previously demonstrated the appropriate handling of financial matters; and staff members who have been trained on the appropriate use of the card. The Derby Board policy states that the superintendent may designate which administrators and other staff members will be issued a card. Our text discusses 4 major players in the whole school credit card procedure. First is the card custodian. This will probably be a district-level administrator, and they will control card distribution, communicate the rules for card use, and review purchases periodically. The card user is the second person. This refers to the school staff members who will actually use the card to make appropriate purchases. They should never share the card after using it. They must obtain receipts from purchases and then forward them to the bookkeeper. This is a specific Derby Board of Education policy. And they must immediately report stolen or lost cards. The third person is the bookkeeper. They record expenses from receipts, review transactions for unauthorized purchases, pay the credit card company monthly, and in the Derby Public Schools may be asked to prepare monthly reports of expenditures, as the board monitors monthly receipts, reimbursement expenses, and accountings of district credit card use. The fourth person is the principal. The principal identifies staff members who will have access to the card, limits dollar amounts that can be spent, conducts final review of card billing statements, approves payment as prepared by the bookkeeper, and serves as point of contact for credit card companies. In order to keep credit cards and their purchases secure, Mutter and Parker make a few precautions. Keep the cards secure at all times. Review monthly statements immediately upon receipt. Retain and file receipts. Be cautious about giving the card number over the phone. Staff members should never write the card number down. Destroy old cards before discarding them. Keep a record of the card number and the credit card company's phone number in a secure location, and only order from secure internet sites. In the unfortunate event that a card is lost or stolen, the authors suggest the following steps be taken: report the loss to the credit card company via phone within 24 hours, follow up with written notice, and notify district purchasing and accounting office. Thankfully, the school and the district's liability is limited in the event of a stolen card. There are certainly advantages to being able to use credit cards in a school setting. They are especially useful when making smaller purchases, as it may help reduce the paperwork normally involved in making a purchase. There is also the potential for earning cash back or rewards, as Derby Public Schools has mentioned in their board policy. But it is important to be cautious and diligent with the use of these cards, because the potential for misuse is always there.
Created using Powtoon.